Hello, and good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning sprints. I don't know what that strand of hair is doing, but I fixed it. Good morning. Welcome to sprints. How is everyone doing? If you guys celebrate and it coincides with today, then happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And also, today is the summer solstice, longest day of the year. So if you do that too, then yes, happy summer solstice. It is officially summer, and I can tell you by the temperatures outside, it is very much summer. Also, you guys can see a little bit of it, so we'll just go ahead and turn. There's the first bookcase, very, very tall, in my little workstation for today. But there's the first bookcase, guys. I'm super excited. And we did pick up the wood to build bookcases 2 and 3. I'm having to make a decision about possibly bookcase 2 and bookcase 4 that will go on the back wall. And I haven't fully decided. So maybe you guys can help me decide, make a decision. So the question is, for the bookcases, you can see that we have the very bottom shelf here, and the next bookcase would have an outlet. So I don't want to take up that space, but at the same time, I want the bookcases to be next to each other. So the options are to either pull that outlet front and center and put it somewhere in the bookcase, or we can cut a hole out for the outlet. And then my husband was talking about possibly, so if I don't know if I could do it, but you would make like a little door on the very first shelf here, make a door that you could open and still have access to the outlet. I thought that might be a fun idea. It would take some of the shelf space, but I think if we do like a little door, then I could hide it if I don't need access. And I could possibly put like a little fairy door sticker. So then that ties in the fairy lights and the earthy tones and all of that stuff. We are not in the final sprint swank. I don't know why, but my banners, I turned them off and they, for whatever reason, are back. So I don't know, but that's the correct banner. But that is my option. Either pull the outlet out and or use the doorway. Now, I think it would be fun to have the doorway because he could make it so it's just the width of. He would put a piece of wood that separates the rest of the shelf, and then it would just be surrounding that outlet piece, give or take a few inches on either side. So I don't know. I think it would be a fun idea, especially with the the fairy doors. So I don't know. We'll see. What are your thoughts? Let me know. And I will go through the comments. As you can see here, it says I'm doing all of the things because it's right. I will be folding laundry today. I will be writing my to-do list for today. I will be making note of all the books that are in the bags over there in the closet. I need to write them down so that they were going to go as like a video, like book haul thing, but that's months worth of like books, and I can't be bothered. So we're gonna take a page out of Kelly's book and just clean slate. We're gonna focus on upcoming videos because I need to get back into those. So July, I'm hoping that I can start filming videos again because I haven't been able to do anything. So we're clean slate. Let me know if there's something you guys want to see or want me to make a video about. But otherwise, I'm going to be planning those. I'm going to be working on my reading journal setup for the second half of the year. I've already done July, August, and most of September. So I'm going to figure that out. And then I'm going to plan October's setup. And then I think that's it. I have to work on my reading planner as well. Also, a new addition to the library, and I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. I haven't posted a picture about it yet, but we have an antique looking radio. Now it is a like modern version because of the USB. The USB, I was able to pick songs to put on there, and I love the game Fallout. So my husband made me a USB of all the Fallout music between Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas. So all of the songs that he found are on that. So when I'm in here, I can always listen to kind of like that retro Fallout music, but it's also on the radio, antique radio, which is fun, very fun. It does not tie into the room aesthetic whatsoever, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. All right, let's see who's here in the chat, and then we will start with our first sprint. Swank says, Konnichiwa, everybody. Happy summer solstice. Happy World Music Day, World Giraffe Day, and Happy Cookie Dough Day. Ooh. Well, I've got the summer solstice and the World Music Day because I could always listen to the Fallout music while I'm in here. I do have to bake cookies, but I will not eat the cookie dough. It's those those little sugar cookies with the pictures on them you can get from Publix or any grocery store. I have those to bake. And then World Giraffe Day. Maybe I can come up with a fun fact about giraffes. That's pretty cool. Big, nice, round selection of days, Swank. Kat is here. Good morning, Kat. She says, Good morning, Alicia. Happy first day of summer and happy Father's Day to your hubby. Thank you. You as well. Happy Father's Day to your husband. What are you going to be working on today? Kat says, Hey to Swank. Nadim is here. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Let us know what you're reading or working on. Swank says, Howdy to Kat. Blake is here. Good morning, Blake. I'm rushing to get this diamond painting done to give to my dad later today. Yay for sprints. Yay! I hope you finish it in time. You've got this. You've got this. Because I know you've been working on it like all week. Nadim says, I just started reading 1,000 Splendid Suns. Nice. Let us know how you're liking it so far. Swank says, Hi, Nadim and Blake. Swank says, It's the final sprint. We haven't even started. Yeah, that's because of the banner. The banners don't like me, and they just do whatever they want. Nadim says hello to Swank. Donna is here. Hi, Donna. How are you? Woke up early to take kids, hubby, and their Opa to breakfast. Aw, that's nice. Well, I hope you enjoy breakfast. Let us know what you guys have. For breakfast, we had sausage, eggs, and toast, and some fruit. We had also the little petite cinnamon rolls that you can get from Publix. Very delicious. And kids were able to give their dad their cards and he likes Deadpool. So they each got him a Deadpool mystery box. So he got 2 different ones. And then I gave him a Funko Pop of Cad Bane because he loves that character. So, and then there was like a little like best dad award thing that has dad with a little cape on it, statue. Adorable. They loved it. Swank says, Hey to Donna. Jen is here. Good morning. I'm reading The Caretaker this morning. I'm at 73%. Ooh. How are you liking The Caretaker? Donna says hi to Swank. Blake says hi to Swank, and Swank says hi to Jen. Blake says, I vote door on the bookshelf. Thank you. I was thinking that too. I've been looking on Amazon at fairy lights and fairy door stickers. So I'm thinking that might be a good solution because then that way I can hide the outlet, yes, but then I don't have to worry about not having access to it because that was the old bookcases. The old bookcases, it would have just sat in front of this outlet and I would not have had access to it. At least this way, I can have access to it if for some reason I need it. I don't think that I would need it per se, but I have two outlets on this wall. And then the other ones, I have one here, and one on that wall. So I have enough outlets, but most of them were covered by either bookcases or I even had a piece of furniture in front of the one that's underneath the Hogwarts castle. So we're coming up with different solutions so that I still have access to these outlets, but they can be hidden if need be. Does that make sense? So, yay, vote for door on bookshelf. Donna says, I'll be helping my daughter decorate her graduation cap for Wednesday. Ooh, cape or cap? I've seen it both ways because they do, like, they can do the hat portion, or sometimes they even allow them to do, like, I guess it's a gown or whatever. But if I'm going with cap, like, little hat. We couldn't do that with my graduation. But I only went to my high school graduation. I did not go to my college one because I think we were either moving or we were in transition of something, and I was just like, I cannot be bothered to go. It's a great accomplishment, yes, but I don't need to have like a whole 4-hour ceremony. So they send your diplomas in the mail anyway. So I was just like, I'll wait for it to come in. But the graduation this is her high school graduation, yes? Should definitely go to that one. Donna says the BookTube adventure tag. I just did that one 2 weeks ago. The BookTube adventure tag. Oh, you want me to do that tag? I will write that down. I need my paper. I don't have a pen. So we're going to use whatever this is, my flare tip. One for door on book, please. Hold on, please. All right, so I wrote that down and I answered my son's question. Glitter Librarian. Hi, Molly. How are you? I see you have changed your name. Swank says, Molly Sue. Kat says, I'm prepping for my scrapbooking event, which starts on Wednesday. Are you traveling for this one or is this a local one? Let me know. Donna says giraffes' tongues are built in sun protection. Yes, they are black in color, if I'm not mistaken. Another fun fact is that we as humans and giraffes have the same number of bones in our neck as each other. It's just ours are smaller and the giraffes are bigger. So we each have 7 bones in our neck. Swank says, Donna, cool. Molly says, very handy for them, says Donna, or to Donna. Swank says, I had a bagel with smoked salmon cream cheese. Ooh. I would do the bagel, but I would probably do some sort of like regular, like cream cheese or like a fruit cream cheese. I'm not a big on salmon or seafood. Donna says, we already went for about 8 a.m. Oh, you went about 8 a.m. We all had many different plates, but one was called the Niagara Falls. What does that have? Let us know what that entails. Cap, yes, I got it. Yay. I mean, you never know. Her high school graduation could allow her to have a cape, but I figured it was Cap. That's her high school graduation. Yes. It's local innocence. It's about an hour away. Hey, that's not far at all. And Donna says strawberry cream cheese is so good. Yes, I agree. I agree. There are some other ones. Usually I will get cinnamon raisin bagels and just use regular cream cheese, or I'll do onion bagels with regular cream cheese. That was my latest obsession. Um, or sometimes I'll do the strawberry cream cheese with the regular ones. But I don't do bagels a whole lot. I do need to go to the dentist and have them look at this one tooth over here because it's been bothering me. So I need to schedule that. But with everything going on around the house, things are getting put by the wayside, but all will be taken care of. Mm. Kat says, I will go Wednesday, set up my space, visit my friends, and work on my Edgar Allan Poe journal. I'm going back home to sleep, then back Thursday morning to 2 p.m. Sunday. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Donna says, 2 eggs, choice of meat, and a crepe or French toast topped with bananas and hazelnut chocolate. That sounds absolutely delicious. Because I would totally do the 2 eggs, some bacon, and some French toast, and then topped with bananas and hazelnut. Yes, please. Now I want French toast. I don't have any hazelnut chocolate, though. I guess I could go buy some Nutella. I've got bananas. I can make French toast. Ooh, you giving me some ideas. Giving me some ideas. Kat says I'll stay at the hotel the whole time. Ooh. And you guys will just like meet up in your little spaces? Is there like a whole room that you guys can get set up with? That sounds like fun. I can't wait to see what you create because I always liked hearing about your scrapbook stuff, and I would love to see some of your pages. You're gonna have to make like a video or something. Let's share our screen so that we can get our little timer going. We are on the train this morning. I have changed up a few things. Let me see if I can show you some of the changes. Can I? I think I have to go here. There you go. So all of it was blue before. I have changed some of the blue to black. I've changed out the table and the luggage, and then the window setting was different. So we've added in different coloring here. I'm not sure about the floor yet. I haven't figured that out because there are different flooring options. I don't like that. I don't really like that either. No, actually, that might be okay. Why would you want grass inside? I don't like I think I like this one with the carpet. And then I could change the coloring. See, that looks more purple to me. I don't like it. I'll leave this for now and see how I like it. If not, I'll change it. But I can always do different accents. I think I'll stick with the moons and whatnot. I don't like that. I don't like the like banner things. Ooh, that would be cute for Christmas. I think I'll stick with this one for now. What is this one? Oh, leaves. That's funny. Stars. Cute. We'll stick with those. So that is the changes I made. I'm not sure about the suitcase yet. I might change it. But that is what it looks like. I'm going to pull up our little timer there. Kat says the event is in a huge ballroom with about 100 participants. I'll share a table with my friends, Heather, Donna, and Kelsey. This will be Kelsey's first year with us. Ooh, that's exciting. You'll have to let us know how she enjoys it. So I know she does like the junk journaling, right? And Swank says, Ralphie. They're saying hi, Bubba. You're saying hi? Yeah. He has been by my side all day, every day for like the past week. And I don't know why. But he stays close. Stays close. There you go, Bubba. They can see you. Yeah, you say hi. You say hi, Ralphie. He's like, whatever, I'm sitting up here, okay? Leave me be. Donna says, I was where I am going as I see my name in Kat's message. It would? Oh, Donna's going to the scrapbook event. There you go. Donna says, I have a summer TBR video coming out Tuesday, which could be another idea for a video idea. I will watch that and see. Summer TBR is in like the books that are, well, I'll watch it and see. I do have a page. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Because I've been working on setting up, this is my reading journal for July through December. I absolutely love these 8x8 squares. This is going to be my reading journal size forever. So in my reading planner, they give you pages to do, like you set up your goals for the beginning of the year, and then you do midway, you do a check-in. And then at the end of the year, you check in again and you finalize, did you finish these goals? Well, I decided to incorporate that with the reading journal. So let me make myself big. So this is what the page looks like. I made them look like Polaroid pictures. And then I would write the goal in here. And then I decided that was the color scheme. I can hold this straight. And then I just went with like a water theme. So what better way to tie in the midway goal with July's theme? So then I used all of the summer type things. So I've been doing that. And then there's different washi tapes. And then I made a page for summer reading. So maybe if I can find, that's why I'm going through the bags of books over there, because I want to see if any of those books are like summer reading. And then I can put the covers and the star rating underneath and go across. And then however many I read or however many I can fit. I'm thinking at least 6, because I can zigzag them across the page. And then I could do that. And then I've set up August and September, which there's August. That's one of the pages that I have because we go back to school in August. And then September, I had this gorgeous washi tape and whatnot. So I decided to use the browns and the one up here and do like a coffee theme. So that is September. And so I got to finish September. But in each month, I've also done, so like here's my fall reading. So each month has a different one because we go back into school in August. I did an academia page, which is here. So I just used different like bookcase washi and school related stickers. So I have to come up with one for October, but I'm also trying to finish the setups because I want to do most of the setups before July starts so that I've already got what I need to film those videos so that you guys can see page by page and what I do with them. So I have those videos. So I have my journaling videos. But yeah, I'll have to watch that and see. Maybe I could do one as well. Because it is summer. I don't know why I just pictured Olaf singing that song in summer. Oh, even though he's a little snowman. Double N Jen is here. Good morning. Good morning. Naomi is here. Hello, everyone. Only going to be on for probably just the first sprint. I'm going to have lunch with family and then on a bike ride. Ooh, well, I hope you have a good lunch and a nice, relaxing bike ride. Swank says morning to Double and Jen. And hi to Naomi. Donna says, I got confused. Oh, because of the scrapbooking. And Donna, your name was mentioned. Yep. Donna, summer TBR, just books you want to read for the summer. Oh, okay. Here, I'm trying to pick ones that were like based in summer. I guess that could work. I do have a couple of like beachy ones. So I think there's one, I forget who the author is, but I think it's called like Beachy Vibes or Summer Beach Vibes or something. I'll find it and I'll add it to my list. Donna says hi to Double and Jen, and Jen is saying hi to Donna. Swank says he loves you. He does. I've had him since he was about 2 weeks old. He was licking my cheek the other day. He's never done that though, so he's feeling lonely, I think. Mr. Ralphie. Meow meow. Double and Jen says, cozy kitty. Yep, he will hang out all day. Swank says, is that a teddy bear with a conductor's hat? It is. That is part of the train section. I can change different colors too. There's a white one that is absolutely adorable. He's white, and then his vest is blue with a blue hat, kind of like a polar bear. It's adorable. Double and Jen says, that is so pretty, Alicia. Thank you. I've been trying my hand at different like washi tape and little papers with washi tape and stickers as a different like, because I don't want the book to be huge because I know it'll puff up as I add more. But so far, I'm liking the whole just use washi and stickers. It doesn't make it like stick out more. Whereas my first one has paper, washi, and stickers, so it kind of made it puff out more. Somebody's in the hallway. Tula is here. Hey, Alicia in chat, popping in to tickle the like button and steal your link. Feel free to post your link because I know you're going to be doing crafty sprints soon. But hello, and thank you for tickling the like button. We're just getting ready to start our first sprint. This one. See? And I made it so that we're writing because I'll probably be writing something in the first sprint. So look at him. He's writing as well. It's so funny that the mouse is like a little off. So like on my screen that I see, it would be over on the suitcase, but for the Spirit City, it's over by the bear. All right. We have our banner. We don't have our timer. Let's get our timer. 45 minutes on the clock. Let me make sure I have all the comments. Swank says hi, hola to Tula. And Carmen is here. Hi, Alicia. Hi, chat. I'll be working on my TBR this first sprint. Ooh, are we setting it up for July or just a summer TBR or a TBR in general? Let us know. I need to do that as well. I need to reassess my TBR because I think out of the entire June TBR, I've read 2 to 3 books. So I need to reassess because I'm trying to get caught up with the Massverse, and I'm only on book 2, and I should be a lot farther. So I'm gonna have to reassess, and then I might be dual reading if that's an option. Like read Throne of Glass, like continue with that, but then also start ACOTAR with Jen and Jesse. So we'll see. Yes, for July. Ooh, nice, nice. Swank says, yo, Carmen. And Christina is here. Good morning, Christina. How are you? Happy Father's Day to your husband on this fine Sunday summer solstice. It is two things in one day, a summer solstice and Happy Father's Day. Carmen says, hey to Swank. Swank says, hola, mama. You're just in time, Christina. We're getting ready to go to our first sprint. So, I don't see any other comments coming through as I highlight them all. So let's go ahead and do our first sprint, and then we will chat when we come back. So I will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello, hello. How did everyone do on that first sprint? I did fold 2 loads of laundry, so kids' clothes are done. I did get a package, which I opened, and I tell you, people do not listen to delivery instructions at all. I had one package that was delivered, and the dude put it right in front of my storm door, so I had to hit the box with the door in order to open it, in order to go out and pick up the box. They're supposed to put it on the porch. It's not that hard. And of course, with Amazon, you can say how the delivery was. And I told them it was not good because they didn't put it where it was supposed to be. So every time they don't put it on the porch, I complain. I basically go in and I say it was not where it was supposed to be because I have delivery instructions to say put it on the porch, not in front of the porch, on the porch. There's close, but, and then another guy delivered my little book holder piece. This is the book holder piece that I got. It's one of those that you can use to hold the book while you're reading, but it has my birth month flower in it. So I thought that was neat. And it came today, and my husband said that the guy was going to leave it by the fence. And he saw the sign that says, please place packages on the front porch. And so he got as close as, let's just put it in front of the storm door to the front porch. And this is very tiny. Like it was in a package that was no bigger than my phone. So had I not known that they were here, I wouldn't have known that this was delivered, and it would have been outside for God knows how long. So thankfully, my husband was paying attention. But I did get this, so I'm excited. So laundry, packages, and I folded laundry, right? Laundry. Oh, I also worked on my reading journal. I was drawing in the boxes for the, see if I can get it without spilling the pen. So you'll see most of the pages are like this. They'll say, this says like reviews 1 through 4. But what I'm doing is drawing in the lines that separate for the reviews. So then I draw it in and it looks like this. And then each book I read will have the cover, the book's information, and then a few thoughts that I had about it. And then I usually write at the bottom, recommend, and then I'll write yes or no. So that is the setup that I have for these. If for some reason the book warrants a bigger space for the review, like if I really enjoyed it, then I will put those in another spot. But right now I'm just kind of doing that half of page column thing. So I did July and August, so now I'm doing September's review pages. And I also started writing a to-do list of things that I want to do for the other 2 sprints. I think I'm going to update planners, my reading planner, and plan out July's videos in the next sprint. And then when that's done, I'm going to tackle the bag of books. I need to make a list of what's there. And then if there's any book series that need to go together, then I'm placing them all together, so that when I have to put them on the shelves, they're already together. So it makes my job a little bit easier, but I cannot put a whole lot more in here until we get the other bookcases in. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know we had a couple of people pop in, so let's find where we left off in the comments. Swank was saying hola to Christina because Christina is here. And she said hi to Swank, Kat, Nadine, Blake, Jen, Donna, Molly, Double N Jen, Tula, and Carmen. All the hellos. We love that. And she also gave us our now afternoon PSA. Remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring the bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, please, and thank you. It helps with the channel growing. Tula says hi to Swank. And Daniela is here. Hey, Alicia and everyone, just stopping by from My Sprints once again to say hi and hit the like button. Hey, hey. I will post the link for Daniela's in just a second, unless one of the mods beat me to it. And that way we can all go say hi and hit the like button as well. Christina says hi, Daniela. Vanessa is here. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Morning lovelies, just popping in for a few before going to watch This Week in Indies, but gonna keep the stream up for views. We'll be back. Hopefully it's a good episode. Happy watching. Kelly is here. Happy time zone, my friends. I'm editing a vlog that was supposed to go out this weekend. Sigh. But you know what? You've got a lot going on that you're trying to do. So better late than never, I say. But is it really late? It goes up when it goes up. Vanessa to Kelly, you're doing great, Kelly. Honestly, no stress. You've got this. I agree. Don't stress yourself out. Swank says ciao to Kelly and Vanessa. And Swank says hi to Daniela. Swank says, I did my morning pages and fell down a rabbit hole looking for books like Hollow Kingdom. Oh. Did you find some good ones? Let me know. Molly says, so I had a bad delivery issue this week. Ordered dry cat food and 12 doses of flea medication. $382 worth of flea meds. Goodness. Food came, but was left at the bottom of the stairs to my door. $300 plus worth of meds did not come at all. Called the store I bought them from, and they said it was delivered in the mailbox. Checked, and it's not there. Aggravated. That's annoying. Like, that's not cool. Hopefully maybe it got delayed if it was in separate boxes, and maybe you'll get them tomorrow. Because I know sometimes they've been lately doing it, depending on who shipped it, like if it's UPS or FedEx or anything like that. Sometimes they will just send it to the post office and then it'll say delivered, but it's not really delivered. I say give them another day or two, like 1 to 2 business days. If you don't have it show up by then, I would contact them again and say, look, it's not here. And I need those meds for my pets. So where are they at? Because it says delivered, but it's not here. Because that's what I do. I always say, excuse me, it's not here. Carmen says, I figured out some rough plans for my July TBR schedule and listened to some of my book. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Did you say what you were reading or listening to? Let us know. Molly says, oh, Alicia, I told my mom about what happened to the library and how you're getting it put back together. When I mentioned the bookcases needing some more dry time, possibly, she mentioned that you could get mildew if it is still wet and up against the wall. Maybe pull it away from the wall a little. Oh, I will do that. So far it seems to be dry. Like it's dry to the touch, but some parts are a little like tacky. I will move it away a little bit and see how that goes. Cause yeah, we don't want any mildew issues. Not with these new shelves. Kat says, I'm talking to my uncle on the phone. We've been on the phone for 45 minutes already. He's also my godfather. Ah. Well, hopefully you're having a very good conversation. I mean, 45 minutes. That's a lot to talk about. Getting caught up in a sense. Jen says maybe they're not allowed to come inside a door. Maybe they're not allowed to come inside a door. Who would this be for? The delivery people? Maybe. Let me know, Jen. Kelly says, "Thank you, Vanessa. I need to hear that sometimes for sure." Yes. You're doing great, Kelly. We all are. Kelly says, "I got the zoo bits edited in my vlog, and now all I want to do is go to the zoo." Right? I want to go. If it wasn't so dang hot, I'd have to go like early in the morning. I have to see when my zoo opens and then just like plan to go and be there as they open. Make a day of it because we have to go places for the kids. Molly says, "LOL, Kelly." Yes, it could be delayed. Good point. That's what I was thinking. Hopefully that's the case. And even like I said, even though it's delivered, it may not be delivered. It may have been delivered to like the post office and then they do. Because I know that's been happening a lot lately with our packages. Either even if it's through Amazon, it's like they're outsourcing their like delivery services because even though I've ordered it on Amazon, it may not come from Amazon. My postal lady may put it in my mailbox or up by my front door. Or for whatever reason, I've got UPS and they've got an Amazon box. So I don't know what these people are doing, but they're getting inventive with their delivery methods. Molly says, "I think Jen means maybe like if you had a screened in porch." They're allowed to. No, they especially with Amazon, you can have like delivery instructions, and I've made sure to put in all capital letters, "Leave inside front porch." Like we've done it so that they cannot put it anywhere else besides the front porch. Um, because I've had people before we put in these delivery instructions that they would leave it out by the fence. And if it rains, then, it's sitting in grass that's wet and it's getting rained on. And then whatever's inside could be ruined. That's how I had to return a $200 paper shredder because the person who delivered it decided that it would be awesome to put it outside by the fence, and it was raining, and they left it in the grass. Of course, that is electronic, so now I can't use it and had to return it because I wasn't going to take chances. So they had to replace it. And then that's when we started putting the instructions saying that they needed to put it on the front porch. And I have also said that if they need to drive on my front grass to get to the front door, go for it. Because I drive on it all the time. I don't care. I'm very utilitarian in the sense that if it's easier for me to back up my car to the front door and unload my groceries and then put my car away, fine. So I don't mind if the delivery people do the same, especially if they have something that could be potentially heavy. I don't want them to walk all the way from the end of the driveway to my front door. They could just pull up, unload, and then go. So, but every now and then, not so much now, but since we've done the directions, every now and then we will have someone, like we had someone late at night. They did it like right after the sun went down. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. They put the box on my fence near the house, but it was on the fence and we couldn't find it. They're sitting there saying that it was delivered. And I was like, I don't think so. And my husband was like, no, it was delivered. He found it. It was on the fence. And I was just like, come on, guys. Like I have all of the things that you could possibly like need, right? I have the motion sensor lights. You can see where you're walking. You just have to trip the lights. You can walk up to the front door. You can park near the front door. There's no reason for them not to be able to put it on the porch. So even in like now that it's getting close to being like rainy season for us, we have a sign that if it's rained for an extended period of time, we will put the sign in the grass for a certain area, because if you drive on it, you will get stuck. So we say, we put this sign in and they can't drive on that. Or if they do, then they're going to have to come ask for help so that we can get them out. Because it's going to get mushy, soft, and they're just going to get stuck. We've had several people do that. One of my friends, she got her car stuck because she parked over there. So anytime we find a problem, we find a solution. We do it the very utilitarian way. And this needs to have access. Let's get rid of the bush and put in an access point. We've done that too. We don't mind. We don't mind. And Jen says, I got to 82% in the caretaker. Nice, nice. I don't see any other comments. So let's pull up our timer here. And we'll go into the next sprint, 45 minutes. Like I said, I think I'm going to update my reading journal for this and see about planning for July videos. And then I'm going to work on the books in the bags over there and kind of organize and see what I have. I also need to look up a series because I need to know if it's a duology or if there's a third book coming. Because I bought the second book yesterday while we were out, and I need to know if I have both of them now or if there's more. So I'm gonna do that too. But 45 minutes on the clock, and I'll see you back afterwards. Happy sprinting. How did we do on that second sprint? I folded another load of laundry and I started going through the bags of books over there to make a list and start putting all of the series books together. So you guys may have seen me doing that. There's a lot more books than I anticipated, but it's getting done. So, and I think I found a couple that I can use for summer reading and for fall reading. And then, of course, like I said, I had to put all the books together because I've got quite a few of Sarah J. Maas. I have the Cat and Gamer mangas, and there's a couple of others, the Jolie Vines books, and I haven't gone through the rest. So there's still 2 bags in the closet that need to be dealt with. So that will be the next sprint. And then the children came in briefly. I don't know if you saw them or not, but one was asking for more tablet time, which we're trying to wean him off of so much because he's been taking advantage of it. So we're trying to recalibrate them. And my daughter also came in and she was like, I made brother chocolate milk. And I was like, all I'm picturing is like a huge milk mess on the counter because it's a brand new jug of milk. So I will check that and make sure that there's no messes. But she says that she didn't make a mess. So she's more so into the let me do things myself and learn how to do them. And my son is just like, nope, if I could have someone do it for me, that's fine because it's all about me. And I was like, no, 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 you got to learn these things. So that's what we're working through this summer as well. They did do some journaling yesterday. My daughter made a list of her favorite books and her favorite princesses, I think, did like Disney princesses. And then my son, his is more of like a let me draw a picture and write what it is type journal. So he did like a page or 2 of that, and then he was like, I'm gonna do this now. And then he like walked off and played the Switch or watched TV or something. I don't remember. I just know it was a screen. He is very like, he'll screen hop if you let him. So I have to like get them to go outside and go in the pool. So we might do that later as well. But let's see what everyone got up to, and then we'll go into our final sprint. Where did we leave off? We left off with Jen's comment. She got to 82% in the caretaker. Hopefully she's enjoying it. And Christina said hi to Vanessa and Kelly. That was this one. And then Kelly said, Christina. And Ren is here. Hello, hello, everyone. And Ren says, currently working on a mesh crochet shrug. Ooh, very nice. What colors are you using? Kat says, hopping off to eat lunch with my hubby. Thanks for spins, Alicia. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening, friends. Bye, Kat. You're probably already gone, but thanks for stopping in and hanging out for a bit. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Andy is here swinging by to say hi, Alicia and friends. Hello, Andy. How are you? Vanessa says, and I'm back. This week in Indies was really good, talking about overcoming weaknesses. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. Hello to everyone who came in after I went lurky lurk. We had quite a few. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that yawn came from. Vanessa working on Italian homework first, then DragonCon programming survey. Nice. Productive. Swank says hey to Ren. Ren says hey to Swank. Swank is working on their study books. Vanessa almost done with the Italian homework. Nice, nice. Kelly took a reading break and got to page 43 of 315 in Geekarella by Ashley Poston. It's genius so far. Ashley is a is truly a geek and she gets us. Is it a novel love story? She's the one that also wrote that. I picked that up from the library, so I'm going to try to fit that in between now and the end of July. It's a library book, so I have to probably put it as priority and then get back to whatever else I was reading. Because I need to read it. I also need to see if they have the audiobook for it. But I want to read it soon. From what you said, it sounded like really good. So I want to read. Kelly says, back to editing a manuscript next sprint. The sun's out and I'm in a good mood for the first time in days. Fair. I know we've been getting a lot of storms and clouds and ickiness. Kelly says, please let it stay sunny. Please. Okay, Mother Nature, you heard her. Gotta keep the sun out. Molly says, I'm about 50% into Bury Your Gaze and submitted 7 reviews to NetGalley. Ooh, nicely done, Molly. Very productive in that one. Kelly says hi to Ren and also nicely done to Molly. Woot woot. And Molly says, thank you. Lindsay is here. Hey, hope you're having a good weekend. I'm binging The One by Kira Cass as I was not vibing with my other reads. That's the selection series, yes? I rather enjoyed that one far more than I thought I would, but I do still have my copies. And I also have, I think, maybe not, the duology with her daughter, the what's it called? The Heir and the Crown, I think. I may or may not have those. I know I had them and read them. I just don't know if I kept them. I wasn't too fond of the duology with the daughter, but I really enjoyed the trilogy. Very pretty covers too. Ren says hey to Kelly, and Swank says howdy Andy and Lindsay. Kelly is waving to Lindsay. Hello. Swank says, you go, Molly. A novel love story was cute. It's actually in the blog I'm editing. Ooh, okay. I look forward to reading it, though. Oh my gosh, I don't know where this yawning is coming from. It's not allowed. I have too much to do. Lindsay says, yeah, 3rd book in the selection series, really enjoying it. It is a very fascinating read. I just remember when it first came out, and the only thing I was told was that it was like Hunger Games meets Bachelorette or The Bachelor, that kind of vibe. And I was like, interesting. But I think the way, like, because they don't really have food issues in that story, if I recall correctly. But they do have like a caste system where each different number or whatever correlates to a career, I think. It's been a while since I've read it. But I was like, okay, well, and I read it. I liked it. I might need a reread of it though. But I have to wait until the library's back together so I can find all of my books. I gotta find all my books. I hate that they're sitting in a pile. I cannot wait to put them back on the shelves. But I don't see any other comments. Let me go ahead and pull up our timer here. And we will switch to the final sprint banner. And then we will head into our 3rd and final sprint. And then I'm going to go check on husband because it sounds like he's outside mowing. And it's already in the 90s here. Like it was 90 at like 10 a.m. It frustrated me. And then I'm going to finish going through the books over there, which I will turn the camera so you guys can see me. And then you'll probably see me go through and like match all of the book series together And then I'll probably divide those into the different bags so that I can put them on the shelves when all the shelves are in. And I might eat more coffee. Vanessa says Italian homework is done. Upload and then on to Dragon Con programming survey. Nice. We're just in time. We're gonna star your comment and then we're gonna go into our final sprint. So I will see everyone back here in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting, last one, so make it count. Oops, wrong button. All right. How did we do on our final spurt? It took me a second after the timer went off because I was in the middle of texting a friend of mine to check in. Because her mom passed away last week. So I was checking in, see if she needed anything, to see how they're doing. They're just taking it one day at a time, kind of recalibrating to find their new normal, which is to be expected. So I'll have to see if there's anything that she needs, and we can go over there and say hello and check in and all that stuff. Make sure they have cooked food. But other than that, I folded another load of laundry, went and checked on Hubby and gave him some water because he's out there cutting the grass. It doesn't seem like it's as hot as it was this morning, but it's still pretty warm. So just want to make sure he's staying hydrated and while he's doing that. And then I came in and worked on the books and I started putting them in stacks of like if I have other books in the series in these piles, which some of them I did. Others, I know there's like two series, but it's by the same author. So I try to put all of them together. And I'm still kind of going through because a lot of them that are in the big pile left it's in a series, but I don't have the other books in the series, but there's no other books by the same author. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to like put them back in the bags, but somewhat organized so that I can like easily find them later. And then I have these cute little post-it notes that I've been using, and they say just one more chapter. This is part of the peanut butter taco Etsy shop, but I started putting at least 6 titles if I can figure it out. But like for this one example, this is my summer reading, so I'm trying to compile that list. And so I just quickly jot down and then I'll look for the book covers to put on the corresponding page in my reading journal. And then, so I have summer, I have academia, and I have fall reading. So I was going through my list of either newly purchased or the book series pages that I have. And I was trying to go through and find ones that would fit one of those 3 categories. I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. My husband is mowing the grass right outside the window. Hopefully, you can't hear it. If you did, I'm sorry. He should be done because what he does is he does like the outer perimeter of the yard and then works his way in. That's how he does it. So, hopefully, you didn't hear that. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I did. Checked on husband, checked on kids, folded a thing of laundry, and then went through all of the books. All of the books. Let's see where we left off. I will try to put in some links. Let me see if I can open up my YouTube, and I'll put in some links of where we can go next if you need more sprints. My kids are already asking me to go. One wants to go in the pool. Another one wants to play Mario Kart because I played Lorelai yesterday, and now he wants to play me in Mario Kart. So it's quite interesting. Everyone's like, do this, do this, do this. No, do this. No. So I probably won't get any reading done today, which kind of sucks. But I have all week, I guess. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? There we go. Vanessa was saying Italian homework is done and upload and then on to DragonCon programming survey. So she is a busy bee. Kelly said, woot, progress. Yes. Lindsay says, I've got a busy work week, so won't be on Morning Time Pirates until Friday. It's going to be a lot of interacting with people, and I expect to be mentally exhausted. Well, hopefully it won't be as bad as you think, and everything goes smoothly, and you won't be like fried by the end of the week. I'm manifesting good, working, productive vibes, but also make sure it goes smoothly. Ren says, thanks for the sprints, Alicia. You're so welcome, Ren. As my husband goes by the window again. Dang him. Swank says, I'm reading Warriors Into the Wild. Finished my study books. Warriors. Is that a middle grade one that has cats? I feel like that is it, but maybe not. Maybe not. I want to Google it and see now because ooh, yes it is. Okay. An epic warrior cat adventure. My children have the graphic novels for this series. They have the first 2 or 3, I think, and they absolutely enjoy reading them. It's funny how my son will read anything that is a graphic novel or a manga, and my daughter is like, nope, let me read the little children's chapter books. So she's been reading those, although she has started getting into some of the graphic novels, just not as many as my son. I hope you're enjoying that one. I've heard those are so good. Oh. Anna is here. Hello, hello. Here hitting the like button and saying hi. Hello. I will probably stop by and visit and hang out with your sprints as well as I do things throughout the day. Vanessa says, I'm about halfway through putting together the programming survey. Need to get it done today, so I'm feeling okay about where I'm at right now. Good. And you totally got this. You can get it done. You can get it done. Kelly says, made it to page 99 of 409 in my author's manuscript. She's rocking this revision. It's reading smooth and compelling. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. Kelly says, I'm sorry about your friend. It's so hard to know what to say or how to help. Agreed. It was interesting because early last week, she had sent a message to all of us, and she knew that me and Alan were going to be kind of busy with work and the children, but she wanted to know if me or Alan or even his dad could come and be a witness because they were going to have like the final will and testament last wishes thing kind of done because they knew that she wasn't doing so well, and so they were going to kind of work on that and get it done. And then I think it was Thursday is when he was supposed to go be a witness, and then they said, please don't worry about it, you don't have to come, because she wasn't going to be able to hold the pen to sign or anything. And then later we got word that her mom had passed. So we're doing all that we can. We said, let us know if you need anything. And I've been checking in, seeing how they're doing. So I remember when my mom passed, and I know it's not an easy thing. I think when my mom passed, my sister basically said that we were to celebrate her life, that we were not allowed to cry at the memorial service. And so for the first year, I didn't cry. I suppressed it and just kept moving. And we went through my mom's stuff. We divvied it up, donated what needed to be donated, threw away what needed to be thrown away. We said, between me, my sister, and my aunt, we said, okay, here's what everyone wants or gets, however. And then we got a U-Haul to put all the stuff in. It was me, Alan, and his dad. And this was before the kids were born. And then I think the 1 year anniversary hit of my mom's passing, and I just lost it. So I hope that she is grieving better than I did. I hope that they're handling it okay. But I will be there for her just like she was there when my mom passed. And if she needs me to cook food, I will cook food and we'll hang out. We'll go to Disney Springs because I know that's one of her favorite places. So we'll do all of the things. Swank says, ciao, Anna. Kelly says, that does not sound like fun, Lindsay. We'll be here for you on Friday to recharge. Yes, I agree. And anybody gives you crap, if anybody gives you crap during the week, give us names. We'll make them walk the plank. I really want to make someone walk the plank. Kelly says hi to Anna. Swank says, good luck, Lindsay. See you Friday. Swank says, yes, it's all cats heaven, right? I think it's cute when they do like animal heroes and protagonists. My daughter would like that book. I know she likes cats beyond belief. Everything. If it's got a cat on it, she would read it. Swank says, I read that one. Molly says, thank you for sprints. You're so welcome. And Carmen says, thanks for sprints, Alicia. It's a productive planning time that I had been putting off and scatterbrained about. Yay! I'm glad you were able to get some planning done. Swank says, thanks for sprints. See y'all tomorrow morning. Swank says, bye to Molly. And Lauren's popping in saying, hey, Alicia, I'm home from the cruise. Hopefully your cruise went well and it was everything that you wanted it to be. We're getting ready to sign out, but I am going to post links. So if you need sprints, here are a couple of links that I'm going to share. Anna is doing sprints right now for the Gay Shit Readathon. So be sure to pop over and say hello. Also, Tula is doing the Maker's Quest Crafty Sprints. So you can pop over and see those. We do have Steph over at Coffee Over Apples. She is sprinting. I don't think she has any. It just says reading sprints with friends. And it looks like Reading with Court is also sprinting. We have lots of friends. I think her name is, I'll just put Reading with Court. We have a lot of friends sprinting today. Kelly says, welcome home, Lauren. Yes. There is Anna's link. You can go check out her sprints. I will most likely be in those. Lauren says, it was great weather. It was great. Weather wasn't great, but still had a great time. Ooh, yay. Well, I hate that the weather wasn't great for you, but I'm glad that you had a great time. Here is Tula and the Maker's Quest sprints. They're crafty sprints. Go check those out. Here is Steph with Coffee Over Apples and Reading with Court. There are her sprint links. And Lauren says, thanks, everyone. I'm actually excited. I have a vacation day tomorrow, too. So my vacation is not over, and I can sprint all day tomorrow. Ooh. I'm going to have to pop in and say hi to sprints. All right. I have to go and clean up my mess over here. And then I'm going to get some lunch and pop into somebody's sprints because I need to get some stuff done today. With him doing the lawn, I will probably have to help with laundry, which no biggie. I just get it done faster. Get it done faster so we don't have to do it all day today. I think that's it for the sprints that I see. So no other links to post. We can close that tab. I'm going to go ahead and shut down our little timer. I'll probably set that up on my computer, to be honest, because the timer, when I do things on a timer and when I can do it on sprints, I just get so much more done. Steam is doing something. I don't know what it's doing. We'll figure it out in a minute. Lauren says, you know I will. Have a great day, everyone. You as well. Vanessa says, thanks for so much for sprints, Alicia. You're welcome. We'll see you tomorrow in Morning Time Pirates, I believe. And yes, if you don't know, let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll post the link for tomorrow. There is. Tomorrow is the 22nd. There it is. Vanessa says, yep, I'll be in Pirates. My Italian lesson isn't until 12:30. Ooh, very nice, very nice. I'm going to abbreviate, but there is the link. That was Vanessa's comment. And here is tomorrow, Kelly's channel, Cursed Dragon Ship. This is the MTP or Morning Time Pirates. That's where you'll find me and Kelly tomorrow between 9 a.m. Central and usually about 11:30. But we will be there to do some writing, although sometimes we read and sometimes we do admin and sometimes we have a lot of chatty bits, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. So check us out there. And Lauren says, just set my reminder for tomorrow. Nice. All right. That's all I have, friends. I am going to go because now my stomach is yelling at me that it needs to eat. I had breakfast this morning. I promise. I'm not starving. But, stomach is like, dude, hungry. Lunchtime. So we're going to go do that. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will see you guys in the sprints, in the chats, the other interwebs, and all of the friends. And I will see you guys next time. Also, don't forget Wednesday is 100 Pages Book Club, and we have started A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. So we will be doing the second section, the 100 to 200 page mark. So be on the lookout for that Wednesday, and I will see you guys next time.